EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been snatched. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So here come the Bengals. And Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Stop! 180. That's 12, 12, 12.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. He's got room to run right at the start, and he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A huge play right off the bat, 31 yards.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And that will lead to a second down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to tuck it and go. Bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Here's Brown. Oh, a loose football. It looked like one of the Bengals was in there and able to cover it up. Cincinnati holds on to the ball.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
Here we go. Stop.
A carry here for Brown. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So the key to these off-tackle style run plays, Mike, is you can't allow penetration. You cannot allow the defenders to get in your backfield, because when they do, the play really has no chance and you end up going backwards.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. That is brought in at the 10. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here we go. Stop.
They go play action for Burrow. And he's going to be dropped. They can get to him back at the 15-yard line. Isaiah McGuire getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
That is hot. What a job to keep the play alive. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And he is not going to make it. They stop him short. And this remains a 6-0 game.
I just can't wrap my head around that decision, Mike. I mean, think about it this way. If you want to go for 2, by bringing your extra point unit on, you have to snap the ball from the 15. If you keep your offense on the field to go for 2, you get to snap the ball from the 2-yard line.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Oh, this ball is going to wind up nowhere close to the landing zone. Definite mishit there. This one's going to be spotted out beyond the 40. Open his drive on the ground with 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and 10. To throw is Flacco. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. It's a gain of 12 then. First down, Cleveland.
46-yard line.
Let's go now.
They give it, and it's 4. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Flacco. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
We'll try and run for the first down. It's 4. And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. Here's 1st and 10. So after 1, it's the Bengals on top. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Smash, smash. Ready?
Here's Flacco. Laying up, and he made the catch. What a play. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it will wind up being a first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got it.
The ball comes out. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this.
And he did all he could, but he's going to be forced out at the line of scrimmage, well short of a first down. Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. This will be a 48-yard attempt. No issues there. This one is good. And the Browns are on the board. They cut the lead to 6-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
On the return, here is Jermaine Burton. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow now. Flush to his right. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow was down to his left, and that is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. Now, how about this? It's a fake, and that is not going to be nearly enough. Talk about a decision right for second guessing. The defense wasn't fooled one bit by that fake, and the offense has turned it over on downs. The Browns offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. From 29, here's 2nd down and 5.
At the 29-yard line.
Now a handoff to 4. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
We spend so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Looking deep here for Tillman. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, everyone's got great awareness meets great scheme. All you need is great execution.
The extra point, up and good. And the Browns open the lead to 4. It's 10-6. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now Burton on the return. Yeah. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 17.
On 2. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. He's going to let it go. Deep for Chase. Into space. And he's going to take this one all the way. 82 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. This will be incomplete. Not sure what they could have seen that makes this a good call. Going for it with a fake on an extra point, and they get nothing out of it. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Oh, that is a duck on the kickoff. Not only doesn't it reach the landing zone, that's going to be spotted beyond the 40-yard line.
Automatic 1st down.
Flacco to throw. Now, here comes the screen for 4. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Flacco. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Brings up 2nd and 17.
Here's Flacco to throw. One side, he's got the Joku. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 24 through the air. It's a Browns 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
Automatic 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Flacco. Open man, and that's Tillman. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. As the tackles made here at the 3-yard line. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but That's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Here now, second down and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. They'll look to throw. Forced out wide.
And he's not the type of quarterback that wants to play off script. He wants to operate within the rhythm and the timing of the offense. But with them flooding the back end, he ultimately has no choice but just take what he can on the ground. And now they find themselves staring at a fourth down.
The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Really impressive way to close out this first half. I mean, you think about it, Mike, they come away with points. They leave virtually no time remaining for their opponent to possess the ball. And on top of that, they get the ball first coming out of the break. So they'll get a chance here to double up points if they can have a good opening possession in the second half.
And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive starts with a carry by Ford. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm. But now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they'll hold up here in pass protection.
And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman to get out to lead the way. So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Charlie Jones deep to return. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his bench. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. DeAndre Carter on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran, still going, former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proven to be a really hard team to beat.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
At the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, intercepted on the 2nd play of the game. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And he is not going to make it. They stop him short. And this remains a 6-0 game. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Carter on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Browns offense ready for this next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. This is Jerome Ford. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. His throw left is complete with Judy. 10 yards the gain on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Cleveland.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the handoff, Ford. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down. Because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick 6 earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. The pressure's going to get there again. He's forced down once more.
And this is a great example of what can happen when you play complementary football. The back end holds up nicely in coverage, and then that front 7 is able to wreak havoc and put an end to this play.
And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. So here come the Bengals. And, Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
The coaches spend all week, Mike, drafting up their opening script. These are the plays that they feel the best with to not only attack the defense early, but try to get an idea of what sort of matchups they're going to see throughout the course of the game. Now, all of that is thrown out the window. None of the plays take into account snapping it this close to your own goal line. They've got to try to get themselves some breathing room, pick up a 1st down or 2. That will allow them to get back on track, executing the rest of that opening script.
Automatic 1st down.
Here we go. A 1st down throw for Burrow. Rushed to his left. duration of this drive, all the way down to the 40-yard line. Burrow finds Chase for a big one. 41 yards. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Gun.
Now, Burrow. Headed left, buying time. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Line, ready? Here we go.
Back to throw. Burrow. Moving left. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete.
And the defender does such a good job, like not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards. On 1st down, Burrow rolling to the left. That is caught. What a throw. Andre Yosifov. Put down Cincinnati. Greg, offensive coordinators script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, this is going to be a long day for this defense.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Carter on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Browns offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here to begin the drive. That's caught. It's Jerome Ford. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Quick throw taken in, and that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
We are through 1. It's the Bengals on top. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
This offense just continues continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds, but the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over.
To throw is Flacco. He's got his man, Carter. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Flacco. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
The Bengals offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down.
I'm fine, ready?
First run of the game here for Chase Brown. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He was brought down at the 26. Brings up 2nd down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Here we go, here we go.
Exiting the... he did all he could to get away, but they're going to catch up to him. It is a big loss.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Going to leave the offense out there for 4th and long. They will indeed go as they look to throw. He'll air one out for Higgins. That's caught to the 20. And he will dive into the end zone. 90 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2. He'll look to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
On the return, it's Jerome Ford. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Browns offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. Here's Flacco. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And now we set up now. Up past the 40 was that one. Give them 14 on that play. 1 play, 1 first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Flacco to throw. Looking deep here for Tillman. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
And 10 yards to go.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. This pass caught by Judy. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate all to the punt team. It's fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bengals offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning.
One, ready?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Here we go.
Burrow. Moving to his left. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. Flush to his right. Now he'll air one out. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Andre Yosibov. Touchdown, Bengals. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
That one is no good. Not even close. He missed it wide to the left. And the score remains right where it's at. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He's going to elect not to bring this one out. Probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35. The Browns offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10.
Turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them off. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog.
The middle, here's Ford. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and a yard. Now Flacco. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the end third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
He's got his man complete. That's Judy. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Flacco to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least it stops the clock, catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Burrow now. Working his way out left. This one deep downfield for Chase. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Burrow finds Chase for a big one. It's a gain of 49.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this just shows how special he can be.
And he's going to be brought down. They pass on that field goal attempt, and they get nothing out of it as the first half comes to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. Second half drawing near. So good to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Now Burton on the return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. On the ground, it's Brown. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. taken down for a loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Second down. Burrow scrambling to his left. This one downfield, taken in by Higgins. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical third down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
First and 10 now from the 36. Here's Browning. On the run to the right. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
How often do we see teams kind of nurse these big leads, Mike, especially as the game unfolds? They turn to the ground game. They try to slow everything down. Well, not this offense. They refuse to take their foot off the gas. They're still mining for explosive plays, and frankly, with the way today's gone, I don't blame them.
That is caught. What a throw. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His second touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for two.
The Bengals
To throw, it's Browning. That's going to wind up incomplete. They tried for two, and it does not pan out.
I don't mind the play call, but something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
Browns offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Throwing, Flacco. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball's out. Oh, it's picked up by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
3rd down and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
The Browns getting their punting team out there. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. On the return is Jones. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, Nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
No run here with Brown. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he'll be brought down, but what a run. Down to the 40. First and 10.
And the Bengals first down.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now Browning. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
So if this was an NBA game, Mike, we call that a heat check. He wasn't even open, but you know what? With the success that they've had all game so far, he's just saying, you know what? Everything we do is coming up right. I'm just going to give my guy a shot. And this time the defense had him covered, but expect him to continue to look his way. He's had a monster day.
And he will score! Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
On is McPherson for the extra point. And now, will you look at this? It's a fake. And he is not going to get in. Stop on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is.
So you give up a touchdown on defense. The question is, how are you going to respond on two-point try? Well, respond did they ever? Big difference giving up 8. There is giving up 6.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with first and 10. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
That's good.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the third quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone. And this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And you think back earlier, remember, Mike, he threw that pick six in a very similar situation. So this time around, much better decision. Doesn't take any chances. Smart move to just throw that one away.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
That's good.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They count. Take him down behind the line.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Oh, man, wide open. He's got it. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown, Browns. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. This will pay off with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
The PAT, up and good. And the Browns cut into the lead a little bit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now Burton on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Jamar Chase headed back out there along with the rest of his Bengal teammates. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he spots his target downfield. Great teamwork on the completion. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 28 yards.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this has got to take advantage.
Let's go.
Now Brown. But not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down. In this case, they do it for a loss.
A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down. 4th down, and the Bengals will bring it. Oh, look at this. It's a fake. And that will not work out as planned. The holder trying to shovel it forward, but the defense was all over it. They're going to turn it over on down.
I mean this with all due respect. And I know anytime anyone says that, they're getting ready to be very mean. But this is not what the kickers are known for. To ask them to pick up this first down with their legs against this defense, either keep the offense out there and go for it, or just let him come out on fourth down and do his job.
Flacco. He's on his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. Whoa! They're going to take possession. Here's just shy of the 20.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. You got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line. It is 3rd and long. Browning. Escaping to his left. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. That is a big play for Cincinnati. 45 yards. They'll turn and hand this one off. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Rolling right. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Forced out wide, and that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back.
Now, how about this? It's a fake. He tried to let the up man run with it, but he gets buried behind the line, and they turn it over on down.
At their own 44-yard line.
To throw is Flacco. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And one of the Browns is in there, and yes, Cleveland able to retain possession.
At their 48-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Here we go. One final play. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory.